Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 verse 8. There is one wise and greatly to be feared, YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI, sitting upon his throne. HALALYAM YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM QADASH. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of the great millstone that rule well and teach well, orderly and fervently through the Spirit. To the Akim, my fellow laborers, pushing the word out in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. To the Akim wa listening and learning, being doers of the word and abiding in the faith. And to the speckled birds scattered abroad that look like the other nations but are truly Yasharallah through the Spirit, Shalom wa barakatam. Now this is your brother Arya, and this is just a thinking out loud type of video. Probably going to be pretty quick because I don't really have that much to say on it, but just something I was thinking about when it comes to fear and how, brothers have gone into it, of course, and I believe I've made a video on it a while ago maybe, but it's good to fear. Fear is a good thing, because I was watching this video going into, do kids need a mom and a dad, queer versus conservative parents, from the channel Jubilee or whatever. And of course the topic of spanking or whooping your kids was brought up, and we know how we feel about that. Well, not how we feel, but we know what the scriptures say about that. I made a video on that as well. Kids need whoopings, okay? And how the scriptures say, hey, whoop your child. All right, whoop that ass. They're not going to die. Okay? Specifically, really, your son. Because it's, first and foremost, the scriptures are directed towards the men. And yeah, you might need to spank your daughter here and there. I don't want to go into too much detail on that, because I'm not a parent. I can't really speak on that completely. But, even there, even with that, I can probably, meditate on the differences when it comes to parenting a son and parenting a daughter. But that's a topic for another time. Either way, children need whoopings in general. Both male and female children need whoopings. And they were talking, the thing that usually gets brought up is fear, and why should your children fear the ones that they're supposed to be able to be comfortable with, and they're supposed to love and trust. You're not supposed to hit them, and that's abuse. They always call it abuse. And mind you, most of the ones that are against spankings and whoopings are Edomites that love to feign love and compassion for children and all about the kids and all that type of shit, when they're the ones that breed rapists and actual pedophiles and school shooters. And we have no business listening to no Edomites or any heathens for that matter when it comes to raising children, period. So for Jake and Eve, for Israel, okay, there shouldn't be no divide. Like, there's a reason why, we already whoop our kids, just through the Spirit. That's just something that we all grew up with parents that whooped us, and the point is, because I don't want to go off and ramble too much, the point is, it instills fear, okay? Like, I was thinking about the example of, 1 Corinthians, I believe chapter 11 goes into the order. It's Yahawah, and then YAHAWASHI, then man, then woman, right? So the woman is taking care of the household, taking care of the children. Obviously, the children are under the mother, right? So and a lot of us grew up with just mothers in our household, so I'll just use that as an example, right? You get whooped by your mom, you fear your mom. I feared my mother growing up, and that was a good thing. That was a healthy fear, because like, well, if I do this, then I know my mom is gonna whoop my ass. So I fear her, and I'm like, I need to make sure that I'm on top of my game, and I'm doing everything I need to do so I can stay on her good side, and please her, so that she's not angry with me and she don't grab that belt, or that switch or whatever. Pretty much, fear is about respect. Okay, it's about reverence. All right, and instilling that fear from a young age, to fear your mother and father, right? Or your father and mother, I should say. That is training you, that's training the fear in you, so that you also fear YAHAWASHI Yahawashi. And Lord's will, this is edifying, and it makes sense, although this is, just a thinking out loud spiritual rant kind of thing, and not necessarily a lesson. But through the Spirit, I want to get the point across that, all right, pretty much this is what I was thinking about, right? There's a difference between fear and being afraid or being scared. Okay? And again, fear goes hand in hand with reverence, with respect. Okay? Because you fear YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, you love him. You're like, okay, no, YAHAWASHI Yahawashi knows what's best for me. He knows what's best for me. He's steering me on the right path. He feeds me. He takes care of me. He nourishes me. He protects me. He's my heavenly Father. He knows what's best for me. I don't want to turn my back on. I don't want him to turn his back on me. So I'm going to make sure I don't turn my back on him. I'm going to make sure I don't disobey him. I'm going to make sure I do everything I can to please him, to obey him, to stay on his good side, to walk in all his ways, to abide in the faith and trust him. Okay? That's fear. That's reverence. That's respect. That's worship. Okay? You're supposed to revere YAHAWASHI Yahawashi, just as, as a child, and, as the child of your parents, you honor and revere them always, all your life. It don't stop when you get to a certain age. You always honor your parents. You always revere, respect your parents. Yeah, you might not be like, oh, my mom's gonna whoop me if I do this. Certain things change as you get older, but it's still a respect thing. Like I know me, I was very, I'll give you an example. I was like, even to my other siblings or whoever, hey, don't cuss in front of my mom. That was, and not even that specifically, but just as an example, it was instilled in me, that respect, okay? Because it started off as fear, because I was a simple child. I spake as a child. I thought as a child. The scriptures say that, right? Because it was simple. I was simple-minded. I was a child. So I was just like, I'm going to do what she says so she don't get the belt on my ass. But as I got older, right, I understood that, wait, this is my mother. She knows what's best for me. She's trying to protect me. She's trying to train me up in the way that I should go, so that when I am older, I will not depart from it. So it went from, a simple fear to a more spiritual fear, a more complex fear, that turned more into, reverence and honor. As the scriptures say, we are to honor our parents. So then things like, hey, don't cuss in front of my mom. That's disrespectful. I was honoring her. I was revering her, and that, again, that's just an example. But, just to illustrate it, I was like, hey, respect mom. Hey, don't cuss in front of her. And I would be adamant about it. I would be like, Yeah, or give mom the first plate. Don't eat until mom gets her food. And I would do things like that because the reverence was instilled in me from a young age. Okay, and you do that through this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You do it through whoopings. You know, as well, at the end of the day, it's all through the spirit, because not all of us, not all of Israel is in right, is, you know, seeking righteousness, seeking YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. But the point is, yeah, you see what I'm saying. So that all, you know, well, that goes to discipline. That goes into discipline. So I had discipline instilled in me. I had that reverence for my, you know, my earthly mother instilled in me. So that translated to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. As I learned more about the truth, as I learned more about, you know, the way that I should go, you know, how to conduct myself as a man and as a man of the Lord, then, you know, that was it. And then when it comes to being scared or being afraid, okay, just to keep it simple, because this is already, you know, a lot. There's a difference between being fearful, you know, and then being scared. When you're scared, you know, you could be scared of clowns because they're creepy, they're scary. You might be scared of the dark. You're walking out at night, you want to hurry up and get home because it's scary out there. That don't mean you fear the dark. That don't mean you fear clowns. Am I going to respect clowns and bow down to them? No. When you're scared, what do? That triggers what? Fight or flight. You're either going to run away or you're going to fight back. You back into a corner, you're looking for a way out, or you're going to fight. You're going to get the claws out. All right? Put the paws on them, like they say. That's being scared, right? That's why Jake or the people in the world conflate the two. And they're like, don't spank your kids and don't do this and they shouldn't fear you. No, they should fear you. You know? Being scared, you know, that could be considered abuse. You know? Like, oh, I'm scared they're going to do this, or I'm scared of that, or whatever. Yeah, that's different. Being scared is different. We don't want to fight the Most High. We don't want to run away from the Most High. You know, unless you're getting abused, you don't want to run away from your mom or dad. You don't want to fight, put hands on your parents. All right, there's a difference. Okay? So when we speak about fearing YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, that's exactly how we're supposed to be. Because we want to do everything to please Him. Because He knows best. And we submit to that order because that's righteousness. And we know that that is what is going to benefit us. That is what's going to benefit everyone. That's what's going to lead us in the right direction. But if you're scared, you're living your life scared, like how the world wants to frame it, okay, then they want to say, well, why are you so scared of you know, enjoying yourself? You're so scared of showing skin. You know, how they want to say women, you know, our women don't want to show off, be comfortable in their own skin, show off their bodies. Why are you so scared? You're scared of dude in the sky. He's going to punish you. No, you fear, you respect, and really, yeah, he can punish and destroy your ass. He can put you to death. So you better, you know, you better fear YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. You know? Really, that's for y'all, you 2/3 and you heathens. The Lord is going to instill that, you know, He's going to instill that through judgment. All right, you're going to be scared. You're going to be real scared. And then the fear will come with that. Okay? You know, that, again, I don't want to get too deep into it because I know the scriptures will use the word fear, you know, in in uh, in these different interchangeable scenarios sometimes, right? But even then, the heathens were like, "Hey, well, we want to get on your program. We want to get with you. We fear the Lord too. We seen what He did in these different instances. We seen this. We seen that. Hey, we want to worship YAHAWASHI too. We want to worship your power, you know." So there will be that fear, But hey, I'm just saying, like in Jacob's trouble, y'all gonna be real scared. Y'all gonna be real scared. And the fear of the Lord is gonna be put in you. That's what it is. The fear of the Lord is gonna be put in you when you see all the judgment that's gonna come upon you. Because we have the fear of the Lord put in us already without the judgment coming. We have not seen and we believe in our Lord Yahawashi because we fear Yahawadah, and that's wisdom, right? Well, down in verse 14 in Sirach 1, same chapter. To fear HaAdawan is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. Yahawadah, is that we're a part of the elect. The Lord put that in us, right, before we were even formed in the belly, like He told Jeremiah. But you 2/3 and you heathens, you need to get that fear put in you. The Lord's going to have to put that fear in you because you don't fear Him, So you're going to be scared first, right? You're going to try to fight. You're going to try to run, Y'all going to see what's going on and you're going to be scared. You're going to try to call upon the Lord in that time when the shit is really coming down. When the devil's coming down having great wrath, when the judgment is hitting you left and right, all right, that's when the fear is going to get put in you, all right, by that death by pain, by force, Hey, but we already fear Yahawadah, that's the difference. So yeah, that's just what I was thinking about through the Spirit. I pray that this was edifying and exhorting and thought-provoking, and I pray that it was clear and concise and y'all got something out of it, through the Spirit and power of Yahawadah. So hey, keep pushing, keep praying, keep fasting, keep enduring, keep striving for the truth unto death, and Yahawadah shall fight for thee, and keep abiding in the faith. DTA, Abad Babal, Kwame Sharala, stay strong, we're almost home. Shalom, Babarakiam, Lahabachayar, peace and blessings to the elect. Yahawadah, willing, we're a part of that number. And blessings, honor, glory, and power unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Tamyad, forever. Shalom.